Before I start, let me be clear. I don't give a damn who Kyle Rittenhouse shot. Innocent, guilty, self-defense, child molester, dead or alive, I don't give a damn. My only concern is reparations for foundational black Americans and destroying white supremacy, period. At times, I may be entertaining, but this is not entertainment. This is black empowerment, and if you ain't on code, leave. The only thing this Rittenhouse trial had to do with us is the fact that white supremacist scum showed up with the intentions of harming blacks. Whatever Negro doesn't see that clear as day lacks common sense. He came down to harm blacks, and then he ended up getting crossed up with those white boys. If he had his way, those would be 3 dead blacks. Regardless of what was or wasn't, the entire trial was orchestrated to send a message that race soldiers hurting blacks is not a punishable offense. So as we're forced to take to the streets to fight for our right to live, they're being permitted to target us. Everything from the judge acting as the defense to the propaganda arm covering for it was to send that message. Now the B1 family is well aware that we live in the belly of the white supremacist beast, and Rittenhouse being found not guilty was no surprise to us. But permission to target blacks wasn't the only reason. With all the losses over the last couple years, white supremacy had absolutely no choice but to let that weasel walk, whether he was guilty or not. Although this appears to be some kind of win, white supremacy really loses either way. They actually lose more letting that little demon go than if they locked him up and threw away the key. Locking him up would definitely send a code red message to white men that they're losing the race war. It would also further erode the core layers of the social order that protect rich white supremacists. But setting him free does the same thing, just worse. Everyone around the world saw what happened. They saw white supremacy stack the deck on international television. People aren't stupid. They know that anti-black policy was the shadow cast over everything. This only sets the tone for more black victories. A corrupt anti-black system where the cards are stacked in the media, in the courts, and throughout the system isn't such a wild concept anymore. That's going to magnify future cases, forcing white supremacy into more losses. Most of the time when one of the race soldiers murder us, the wrongdoing is usually obvious. When you combine white supremacy's fear of another 2020 summer on top of their need to appear moral so that they can use America's power in the world, cops and other race soldiers are automatically lined up for more losses. Letting Kyle Rittenhouse go not only hurts race soldiers, but it hurts the rich white people too, and it also further damages key elements of the entire power structure. This whole thing was a loss for white supremacy, and we didn't have to pay for it. We got this one on the house. Think about it. We're pushing so hard they had to settle for an indirect win. We got them celebrating over dead white people. We really showed those niggas, and we got the dead white bodies to prove it.